During the Troubles, 1,841 civilians were killed. 1,114 members of British security forces were killed. 757 members of the British Army, which includes as a figure members of the Ulster Defence Regiment, Royal Irish Regiment and Territorial Army. 319 members of the Royal Ulster Constabulary were killed. 26 members of the prison service in the 6 counties were killed. 6 members of English police forces were killed. 4 members of the Royal Air Force were killed, and 2 members of the Royal Navy were killed. 11 members of Free State security forces were killed during the Troubles. 9 guards, 1 Free State Army member, and 1 member of the Free State Prison Service. 396 Republican volunteers died during the Troubles, and 170 members of loyalist paramilitaries were killed. During the Troubles, there were 1,541 people killed in Belfast. 623 were killed in West Belfast. 577 were killed in North Belfast. 213 people were killed in South Belfast, and 128 people were killed in East Belfast. 477 people were killed in County Armagh. 340 people were killed in Tyrone. 243 people were killed in Down. 227 people were killed in Derry City. 209 people were killed in County Antrim. 123 people were killed in County Derry. 112 people were killed in County Fermanagh. 116 people were killed in the Free State. 125 people were killed in England, and 18 people were killed on mainland Europe. A 187 people killed by British security forces during the Troubles were civilians. That is 51.5% of people killed by the British security forces during the Troubles. 145 were Republican volunteers. That is 39.9% of people killed by British security forces during the Troubles. 18 were members of loyalist paramilitaries. That is 4.9% of people killed by British security forces during the Troubles. And 13 were fellow members of the British security forces. That is 3.5%. Of those killed by loyalist paramilitaries, 878 people were civilians. That is 85.4% of people killed by loyalist paramilitaries during the Troubles. 94 were members of loyalist paramilitaries. That is 9% of people killed by loyalist paramilitaries during the Troubles. 41 were Republican volunteers. That is 4% of people killed by loyalist paramilitaries during the Troubles. 14 were members of the British security forces. That is 1% of people killed by loyalist paramilitaries during the Troubles. Of those killed by Republicans, 1,080 people were members or former members of the British Security Forces. That is 52% of people killed by Republicans during the Troubles. 723 people were civilians. That is 35% of people killed by Republicans during the Troubles. 187 were other Republicans. That is 9% of people killed by Republicans during the Troubles. 57 were members of loyalist paramilitaries. That is 2.7% of people killed by Republicans during the Troubles. 11 were members of the Free State Security Forces. That is 0.5% of people killed by Republicans during the Troubles.